Welcome to Wester. Wester is a new generation enterprise program manager toolbox. In this video, I will introduce you to the basic functionality and concepts used in the Wester product. Before we proceed to the Wester product itself, let us have a closer look at why the current situation in the world of IT demanded a product like this. Nowadays, everybody knows that the IT is one of the most valuable part of any corporate business. Over the last 20 to 30 years, there appeared a huge variety of systems, technologies, and vendors. Many of these systems were developed decades ago and are still alive and are kept maintained to this current day. But because of the growth of internet and the extremely vast evolution of technologies, there is an increasing need to extend existing systems and create more and better solutions. At the same time, we see the trend that there is an increasing complexity of the required functionalities. And then there is also the attempt to decrease time of delivery, and this at minimal figures as possible. When we try to achieve these goals, many companies very often find themselves in the situation where the final requirements for the solution appear not to be final, and they are subject to constant changes, which then causes thousands of defects, and any attempts to fix these defects by overstaffed teams are burning their budget, causing delivery delay, and make the solution of maintenance dramatically expensive. So this is the situation that demanded a product of this type, solving these critical problems. Now let me show you how Wester can fix this situation efficiently. Wester product is an application to support goal-oriented program management. Goal-oriented management is designed for enterprises and the large corporate IT world. These are companies like banks or insurance organizations with fixed project budgets. For them, it is critical to maintain high quality and stick to delivery schedules. Goal-oriented management was created exactly with the aim of satisfying these requirements. This approach is based on a few core concepts. Firstly, it's extremely important to have the business requirements, planning, and all the formal procedure in place before you start any development. Otherwise, if the requirements or the ecosystem is changed during the implementation phase, there's a huge risk to get an unstable product with delivery delay and poor maintainability. Such projects usually end up as a big disaster. It's important to define dependencies between different types of requirements, and also to define a clear set of deliverables, a good flow of their creation, and track the influence of each document on other artifacts during the project's implementation process. Another important organizational effort is to get some clearly defined roles and to look at the responsibilities of each member of the team inside the project. With the goal-oriented management, we're introducing a concept built on different streams. At the beginning of the project, we identified a number of streams like the analysis stream, the development stream, the testing stream, the deployment stream, the build and configuration stream, and the like. Each stream has a lead responsible for planning and management. All streams have predefined number of deliverables, which are consumed by other streams. Current stream is also consuming output of other streams, so they are all interconnected. For instance, the analysis stream will produce the business requirements document and a set of wireframes which will be used by the development stream to produce architecture design and to do the actual coding. The output that you get out of the development stream will be the product that is going to be tested by the testing stream, and that will be using a requirements document which has been earlier defined by the analysis stream. One of the most important features of goal-oriented management is the permanent project status tracking. With goal-oriented management, we have status tracking activities on each level. On a stream level, there are daily stand-up meetings of stream lead with every team member. Their aim is to update the status of the current progress of every team member and raise issues and dependencies if there are any. On the project level, we have weekly steering committee meetings, where all issues and dependencies between streams are logged and resolved if possible. If an issue cannot be resolved on a steering committee meeting, then there is an executive committee meeting with the product owners, which is held once in a month, where all strategic decisions are made and approved. With such an approach, we always know up-to-date project status and have clear procedures to resolve any issues or dependencies. And now that we have figured out how the streams are working, let us play a closer look to the target audience of the Wester product. The product stakeholders are mainly business users involved into enterprise or corporate system development. The CIO will define the capability model, control the budget, and track program status. The program managers will do the planning, perform gap analysis, and watch over the global overview of the program status. Stream or department leaders will manage the inter-stream artifacts delivery. use document repository and will analyze the impact of the changes by using the traceability matrix. Wester product is not a replacement of any existing bug tracking or planning software. The goal of the product is to provide business users with a generic solution, which will be able to create and manage high-quality business requirements, track project status, and simplify the impact and gap analysis and manage change requests. Current release of the Wester product is mostly concentrated on features for business users and analysis stream support. Alright, let's move to the product capabilities overview and live demo. For the live system demonstration, let me pass it on to Vladimir.
Thank you, Marco. First, I'm going to show you how we manage project requirements and documentation. Let's log into the system. Right after the login, we see the list of projects already registered in the system. Imagine that we are starting to work on a new initiative for a new internet banking project. So now we are going to create a new project by clicking plus button. On a new page we can specify the project name. It will be Dima Bank Internet Banking. We can add a short description to be shown on a projects list page, client-side portal-based internet banking implementation. We can also specify the project icon by uploading the icon image. Next, we define project start date and project delivery date. The very important part is that we can select project template from list of available templates. As we can see, mobile banking template, public website template, internet banking template. We will choose internet banking template. At the next step, we define the capability model of the project. Because on a previous step we selected internet banking template, now we can see the predefined set of template capabilities in catalog. Payments history, beneficiaries, payments, and so on. Let's add payments, authorization, and beneficiaries. What we can also do is to create custom capability. Let's add social banking capability with Bank 3.0 initiative as a keynote. Now, when we define a high-level capability model, we can go one level deeper and define use cases to be present in each capability. We will see that the capabilities added from the catalog are already containing templates for use cases. Let's check payments capability. When the payments capability overview opens, we can see on the left-hand side the list of use cases of capability. On the description tab, we can see the textual description of the capability copied from the template. As you can see, our text editor allows to do rich text editing, embed images and links to other project entities. You can also print the document. Let's get back to the capability overview page. What we can also do is to attach any types of files to the capability, so we can have some external documents to be linked with entities in Wester product. And of course, we can create a new use cases by clicking Add Use Case button. Let's check existing use cases. For instance, pay single beneficiary. On the use case overview page, we can see the list of wireframes used by this use case, list of test cases associated with the use case, and of course we can add a text description and attach any type of files. We will check the wireframes in a moment. Now, let's get back to our newly created social banking capability. Let's add new use case. For instance, add Facebook beneficiary, with a keynote add Facebook friend as a beneficiary. We can now edit a textual description with a nice styling. We can also add some flow diagrams. We can also add test cases. For instance, test add friend and add some text description. And test add fails with some text scenario description. Okay, let's move to wireframes. Imagine that together with creative agency, we've developed a visual design with set of screens and mockups. We need to take these screens and create wireframes based on it. So we create a wireframe called Add Facebook Friend. And now we see the wireframe editor. As a first scene, we upload the image received from Creative Agency. And what we can do now is to define fields on a screen with two types of markers. Okay, let's start with the area marker and mark the Facebook user avatar. We can specify type of the field, custom in our case. We can specify name of a field, validation rules, data sources, internalization code, etc. We can also use another type of marker when it's more convenient. Let's mark Search Facebook Friend input field. We specified field type as an input. We enter the field name. The source of the field will be the Facebook Graph API, and validation is a sample text rules. Let's add another one for a beneficiary reference. Important remark is that if field already present in some other wireframe, then we should search for it in the system and reuse it in a current wireframe. So, I'm searching for a beneficiary reference by code, and after selecting the field, I'm getting most of the form values pre-filled. When we finish marking all areas of the screen, we are getting good wireframe super useful for the developers. After we are done, we just click Save on a wireframe and see that it's added to the use case. This is how we can populate all the requirements data in the Wester application. After we finish with setting up the requirements, it is time to define users list to be responsible for the documentation sign-off. So, we go to the sign-off page and add list of users. Let's add Andrea as program manager, Eugene as development stream lead, and Vladimir as analysis stream lead. Now, when all the users will sign off the document, then development stream can start implementation. In the list of projects, we can see that each of the projects has status badge. Basically, we have the following project statuses. New, one project just created and in process of setting up business requirements and documentation. Signed off, when the project is already signed off and no modifications in requirements are allowed until change request will be registered. And change request is the status of the project when requirements are changing, but required changes list is not approved yet. To summarize what I've recently shown, with Wester product, you are able to create well-structured project requirements and documentation by specifying capability model, use cases, test cases, and wireframes. You can also manage documentation releasing flow and do change request management. And you've seen the usage of templates we are shipping together with the product. These templates are covering most popular capabilities required in nowadays banking applications and will save a lot of business analysis efforts. Okay, let's continue. Next advantage of Wester application is the set of predefined templates we are shipping with the application by default. To explain how templates work, I need to log into the Wester Administrator console by using administrator user credentials. Right after the login, we see an administrator dashboard. Here, we can manage users by editing existing users' information or registering new program members. Application settings can also be tuned from the admin console application. Administrator is also able to check the already registered in-system projects with the same way as ordinary user does. So, let's check the templates. On a templates page, we see the list of templates present in a system. The mobile banking template, public website template, and internet banking template, which we used earlier today. Let's check the internet banking template. We see the template contains some text description. It contains some common text and pictures, which can be used as a sample during the project requirements definition phase. On a capabilities screen, we see a list of capabilities coming with the project template. And each template capability includes list of template use cases commonly used in this capability. Each use case in template comes with a set of sample wireframes. Wireframes have set of fields present on a screen. Beside wireframes, each use case has a set of template test cases, which can be used as a sample reference during the business requirements document definition phase. This is briefly how the predefined template is organized. What you can also do is to create a new template if required. Let's try to do this. We press plus button on a templates list screen, and we name new template as marketing website template with a keynote template for marketing websites. Next, we go to the capability model definition. By default, the new template has no capabilities. So, let's create one. Let's add cross-sale option. Cool, created. Now we can add use cases, wireframes, test cases, attach files, and populate template with reusable data. Now let's check what has changed with new project creation process. When we now click on Create New Project button, we see that the newly created marketing website template is also available in Project Templates list. When we will select it as a project template and create a new project, then all capability model with use cases, wireframes, test cases will be automatically added to the newly created project. This is how we manage and use project templates. We believe that reuse of predefined templates via shipping bundle with Buster application can save a lot of time and resources during the project initiation phase and business requirements definition process. And as a final part of demonstration, I will show you the traceability dictionary. We believe that this feature will drastically simplify gap and changes impact analysis. Let me demonstrate the power of traceability metrics based on a simplified real-world example. Imagine that for some regulatory requirements, the length of numeric field beneficiary reference should be changed from 10 to 12 digits. So we need to analyze existing application and define which parts of application should be modified. Such analysis will help us to do proper planning, estimation, and avoid unexpected defects. So we see the Western application again. The initial state is that Demo Bank Internet Banking project is already signed off. So what we need to do first of all is to register a new change request. I press Change Request button and see a form where I should add text description of change request. I'll just copy a text for now. So what we have? Small change request summary and list of affected entities to be verified and updated. Now we need to find out which entities need to be updated. This is where Traceability Dictionary steps in. In the search input field, I can start searching for a beneficiary reference by entering its name. We see that field is found. So at search results we see the project, type of found entity and a keynote. The most interesting part is the item references section. It shows us all the links to the found entity. In other words, we can see all the capabilities which uses beneficiary reference field, payments, beneficiaries, social banking. We can see list of test cases involving beneficiary field. We can see that beneficiary reference field is used by PaySingle, Uni beneficiary group, and our newly created Add Facebook beneficiary use cases. And we see that the field is used by the following wireframes: PaySingle beneficiary, View beneficiaries list, and Add Facebook beneficiary screen. Okay, now let's update our text description of change request. We can simply populate the list by entering links to the required entities. I search for the PaySingle beneficiary use case and press Edit when it found. Do the same for other use cases. And populate with the same way the list of wireframes and list of test cases. What I also can show is that with Traceability Dictionary we can navigate through the entities list by clicking on the entity name. So, if I select Add Facebook Friend wireframe, then we can see a list of all capabilities where the screen is used, all the fields present on a screen, and all the related test cases and use cases. What we can also do from Traceability Dictionary is directly navigate to the selected entity. So I'm clicking on Add Facebook screen and I see that wireframe editor opens automatically. And we see all the fields are still in place. And beneficiary reference field still in there and can be updated directly. The traceability metrics functionality we've seen just a moment ago can be used in various ways, from preparing change requests, gap analysis, to the test cases development, code review, and maintenance needs. We are very confident that this powerful feature is extremely useful in modern IT management system. And we are happy to be one of the first companies in the market who introduce it. Okay, now I'll let Marco to continue.
Thank you, Vladimir. So this was Wester application. The functionality I've recently demonstrated only opens a long list of important features, which we plan to release in our next versions. Let me show you briefly our roadmap. Our roadmap for coming releases is focused on investing more into the development stream capabilities, like more detailed fields, specifications with ability to define validation rules, data sources, abilities to define web services, front-end and back-end programs, etc. So basically, we will link requirements with actual code entities. We believe that this feature will simplify gap or impact analysis and will help to minimize the number of defects. Another direction we are working on is giving users more support in planning. We are implementing Work Breakdown Structure Generator, which will help to semi-automatically develop projects based on the requirements definition present in the system. The generated plan can be exported into the MS project or can be tracked by the Wester product. That's why we are starting strategic initiatives to include interactive project status tracking capability into our product. Wester product will have an easy-to-use interface to do daily stream status updates. The updates will be made by tracking 3 questions for each stream member. Yesterday job done, what is planned for today, and what are the issues, dependencies or risks. We will also have functionality to plan and log RAID logs of SteerCo and Exco meetings. And of course, Wester project will have an outstanding reporting capability to provide actual project status. Apart from the exciting features of the application, I want to tell you a bit more about goal-oriented management ecosystem we are working on. It is important to note that we are providing our customers not only with the product itself, but with a whole new approach. First of all, we provide efficient and well-tested program management methodology defined by André van der Westhuizen. André is the IT professional with more than 30 years of experience in enterprise and large corporate software development. André wrote Digital Channels, a university-recognized book series in which he summarizes his experience and offers ways to solve problems he faced during his career. These books are highly recommended to everyone who is involved in modern IT management. You can also opt in for a training session with André to see the real power of the goal-oriented management. The second part of our ecosystem is the Wester product, which I already presented to you. We are working hard to constantly improve the product and to deliver all the features required to provide support for goal-oriented management. And of course, one of our priorities is to deliver extremely powerful and user-friendly product for daily use. We also have a team of highly skilled professionals who are available for auditing and implementing goal-oriented management on a customer site. Our consultants can review existing processes, provide trainings in goal-oriented management methodology, help to set up Wester product at your environment and educate your team to use it efficiently. As you can see, we are providing you with a full stack of services to help you produce a flawless solution, and this all within budget, in time and without any stress. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. Feel free to contact us for any questions and please let us know the time so we can talk about your specific desires and needs for your business.